Hello, and welcome to my education blog. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Allen Hinton, and today I'm going to be talking about project-based learning for a 21st century education. Before we get started, I would appreciate it if you would click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any new content. One of the best ways to provide students with opportunities to learn and to practice 21st century skills is by implementing project-based learning, or PBL. According to PBL Works, one of the leading authorities on project-based learning, PBL is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for extended periods of time to investigate and respond to authentic, engaging, and complex questions, problems, or challenges. PBL is not to be confused with traditional school projects. Traditional projects are usually assigned at the end of a unit of study as a form of enrichment. PBL, on the other hand, is the primary mode of student learning. In other words, PBL is the main course and not just the dessert. The beauty of project-based learning is that teachers can, across grade levels and subject disciplines, can adapt the PBL to suit the individual needs of their students. In other words, PBL can look very different from one classroom to another. And it is this flexibility to adapt PBL to students' individual needs that PBL derives its power. However, despite PBL's tractability, according to PBL Works, there are 7 generally accepted components of all PBL. Projects must address a challenging problem or a question. Students must be engaged in this iterative, sustained inquiry. The project must be authentic and have real-world applications. Students must have voice and choice in the PBL process. There must be opportunities for reflection and for critique. And finally, the PBL must conclude with a public presentation of students' final products. This is usually done before an audience of community stakeholders and experts. The research supporting the effectiveness of PBL is emerging, but it is promising. An analysis of 4 literature reviews spanning over 30 years in various academic subjects concludes that PBL can promote student learning and has the potential to be more effective than traditional approaches in social sciences, science, mathematics, and literacy, especially for disadvantaged students. PBL is beneficial for college preparatory students as well. A recent randomized study spanning over 2 years involving 3,635 students in 5 urban school districts revealed that students who took advanced placement courses that utilized PBL and knowledge in action approaches scored 8 percentage points higher on the advanced placement test in U.S. government and politics and environmental science exams than students who took traditional courses. Advanced placement courses. Additionally, research has shown that PBL strengthens students' 21st century skills such as critical thinking, complex communication, and self-directed learning. As a high school U.S. history teacher, I love to engage my students with the National History Day curriculum. NHD is an excellent way to get history students in grades 7 through 12 involved in project-based learning. Plus, it's a perfect entry point for doing PBL in history classes due to the abundance of resources provided by NHD for free. Every year, NHD publishes an annual theme that students must address in the creation of their projects. NHD requires students to ask their own questions and search for their own answers by conducting primary and secondary research. Then, students construct a final product to communicate their research conclusions. Students can select to create an exhibit board, a website, a documentary video, research papers, or a performance. Students can participate in NHD as individuals or as members of a collaborative team. Think of NHD as a science fair for history students. Many schools, districts, and states have NHD fairs in which students have the opportunity to present their final projects to their classmates, families, and members of the community. NHD winners are selected based upon the quality of their final projects to include an annotated bibliography, a process paper, and an interview with the judges. Winners of the state, level competitions can compete in the national competition held in the summer at the University of Maryland. When students create a project for competition, I have found that it raises the stakes that go beyond typical school busy work like worksheets and review questions. Students rise to the occasion and do incredible work because they know that the work is relevant, it's personal, and it's sustained. NHD has proven to elevate students' academic achievement across all academic subjects as well, including reading, writing, mathematics, and additionally prepare students for college, career, and citizenship by teaching students 21st century skills that they're going to need to be successful. Despite the benefits of PBL, there are significant challenges to the approach. The first is the training that teachers need to undergo to effectively implement PBL. Because teaching in a PBL format is a paradigm shift from the traditional teaching methods, such as direct instruction, teachers will need to become familiar with PBL approaches. Proficiencies in teaching PBL can take months and even years to master. Teachers must methodically plan projects to include creating the essential question, developing the project plan and schedule, preparing assessments and evaluations, both formative and summative, and reflections. In PBL, teachers serve as a guide on the side, helping students to answer their own questions and conduct research and plan and create their projects. Further, teachers assist students to manage their time, set goals, and work productively in cooperative learning groups, something that not all students know how to do at first. At times, teachers may also have to motivate and encourage students through the challenging PBL process, helping students to develop grit and perseverance. Another drawback of PBL is that many teachers view it as too time-consuming and experience frustration trying to fit PBL into an already dense school day. I get it. PBL requires teachers to rethink the curriculum and understand the student-centered learning approaches inherently take longer to implement. Still, the trade-off in student learning and achievement makes PBL a good investment of time. Surprisingly, many students will push back on PBL at first because PBL will transfer the hard work of learning from the teacher to the student. Students may also feel anxiety when involved in learning tasks that don't have a clear right answer. For example, one of my standard retorts to student questions is, "What does your analysis of the evidence suggest?" Kids hate that. Even though teaching PBL is time-consuming and involved, I know that my students have grown as researchers, critical thinkers, and communicators, in addition to the academic growth I've seen my students make due to project-based learning. The looks of pride and accomplishment on their faces when they submit their final projects, that's priceless. When I engage my students with PBL, I create lifelong, independent learners who have the skills and dispositions to succeed as students, employees, and citizens. So if you're not currently using project-based learning in your classes, maybe this year you should give it a try. Thank you for watching. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Allen Hinton, and I'm located on the web at www.jeffreyhinton.com, jeffreyhinton.com. And there you can find my blog, lesson plans, as well as other free content. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you'd click on the like button and let me know what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching and have a great day.